4th of July as we welcome you back to Valley Forge Casino Resort, just outside of the city of Philadelphia. A beautiful holiday weekend. Welcome inside here to the main broadcast court. One of the biggest weekends of the year here in the American Cornhole League. Alongside Trey Ryder, I'm Jeff McCarriger. Day 3 coverage here this weekend of Cornhole on 4th of July weekend. And today, pretty much the all-star game in the ACL. We're going to see the top 8 men's players, top 8 women's players doubled up in partners, a chance at $25,000 here this afternoon.
Yes, absolutely. If you're just seeing cornhole for the first time and you're like, I want to know what this is all about, well, you're going to see it today. Like you said, the 16 best players in the world all competing for $25,000 in cash right here on July 4th.
All right, let's take a look at the bracket and look at some of the names that we'll see today. Again, some of the very best players in the world here on this court today.
An incredible lineup of quarterfinal matches to start with. And Jeff, we have 8, yes, 8 current or former world championships in this lineup of players right here. It is going to be an insane day of cornhole.
All right, to get you more familiar with some of these names, let's look at some of the 2021 highlights, and we'll start with Matt Guy. Boy, he's been red hot lately.
Unbelievable back-to-back national wins in doubles alongside Jamie Graham, but Matt Guy is the winningest ACL pro of all time. Seeing the best player in the world right now, Sarah Cassidy, women's doubles world champion and women's singles world champion. She also has a final appearance this past weekend here at the Final Chase, so she is an incredible player on the female side. And then the #1 player in the world right now, Damon Dennis, sitting atop pro singles standings. We get to see him compete in this Pro Invitational.
All right, Trey, this is always a fun part of this segment. Time to put you on the spot with some predictions on what you think we'll see with Trey's Guarantees, brought to you by Guaranteed Rate.
Starting with bag selection, these players are kind of mixed match partners, which means they're not used to throwing each other's bags necessarily. So I think the teams with the best chemistry in the quarterfinals really makes the decision point on these early games. Going on, experience helps. Finley, Renner, Cassidy, Henderson, and Guy have all played on this broadcast court this weekend. That gives them an advantage, knowing board conditions and knowing the lights. And then I think ultimately a current or former world champion, we got 8 of them on the court, is going to win this Pro Invitational.
All right, let's take a look at the quarterfinal matchup here to start with this afternoon. Lori Duel, Cody Henderson, Courtney Coy, and Matt Guy. So right away, again, some of the top players that we've seen in the sport here in 2021. Matt Guy right there, currently the 4th ranked player in the world. And again, teaming up with Courtney Coy, the 5th ranked women in the world. And every single one of these matchups is just going to be terrific to watch. And we're underway with the Pro Invitational here in Valley Forge.
And that first bag there by Courtney Coy is hitting that dead spot, which means it's going to be tough to get over, and Lori Duel has no problem just hopping right over it.
Let's go. Make it hurt.
So the first one short by Courtney, and the second one now off the back of the board. Big opportunity here early for Lori Duel. Slides it in.
Another bag to that left-hand side.
Courtney with a deep breath, and now Lori with a chance to really make this hurt, and puts it in. 3 straight in for Duel.
Does recover there, but now Lori Duel can go in for a 4-bagger and a 7.
And it just skips off to the backside a little bit too deep, but still a 5 spots right away to start. And Lori Duel coming off a winner on the women's singles pro shootout side in Albany earlier this season.
Cody Henderson and Lori Duel throwing those yellow local bag outlaws. So they are Cody Henderson's bags that they decided to go with. Lori Duel usually a lucky bags, either sniper, pro sniper, or surefire player, but going with Cody Henderson. And then on the other side, you see Matt Guy throwing those blue Reynolds Pro Advantages, a bag that he threw for many, many years until he came over to Fire Cornhole, which, and of course, now he's throwing the Fire Controls over the past few events. So, again, talking about bag chemistry, it would be better to say that Coy and Guy have the better chemistry as far as the bag selection goes, but Duel and Henderson coming out swinging in this match.
Henderson and Duel with back-to-back 4-baggers. An attack on 2 more points for Cody Henderson makes it a big lead early here for Duel and Henderson. As you take a look at the ACL rules and scoring, it'll be first 1 to 21, no round limitations here this weekend. Yeah,
bag in the hole is 3 points, bag on the board is 1 point, but then of course we're utilizing that cancellation scoring. So if Duel is able to get 12 points in a round and Koi gets 10, then Duel will get 2 points towards the overall score, and we're playing to 21 or over. No need to hit 21 exactly. You constantly hear those deep breaths and resets by Lori Duel.
Beautiful, Lori.
Pushing both of her yellow bags awfully close, and now that one deflects off to the left by Courtney.
You got it.
And again, this is going to be a hard push right up the center. This V block is apt to kick it left or right. She does a great job of still staying in front of the hole.
Gets 2 out of 3, and then Courtney helps her out, brings the other one in. So another 4-bagger. That's 3 straight 4-baggers now for Team Duel and Henderson, and an 11-0 lead.
Long way to go.
Hear Matt Guy say, you heard him, long way to go.
Right.
Yeah, on the pro shootout side, when we play to 10 or 12 rounds with those limitations, obviously you get down big early and you're in trouble. But here in traditional scoring, sometimes you see these big wild swings and comebacks. Chance here early with Cody's first bag being off to the left, and now that one a little bit to the right.
Exactly, because now you have a bigger lane. This 6-inch hole now all of a sudden, in a way, becomes almost 8 or 9 inches, because if you miss left or if you miss right, they're more apt to get kicked towards the center.
Pull it.
All right.
Yeah, Cody trying to collect that other one, couldn't do it. And now Matt Guy trying to get back on track, and that one just misses off to the left, but still a couple of points, so they're on the board.
Down the middle. Down the middle.
And you hear a little bit of an encouragement, and this is different, right? Because Matt Guy and Cody Henderson on this end, normally when they're playing with their normal doubles partners, Cody Henderson playing with Adam Hissner and Matt Guy playing with Jamie Graham, it's very intense. And it's almost like they're fiery with their own partners, but here, obviously playing with a different partner, you're going to see them, I think, be a little bit more positive, a little bit more uplifting in that way, just to be more encouraging.
Right.
Atta girl.
Oh, good shot by Courtney trying to go right up the middle.
Wonderful.
That blocker bag she threw really kind of threw Lori off a little bit.
Yeah, wonderful replacement bag, as we call it. Push one in and then go in. And here she's going to try to collect this bag and go in.
It's not coming back now.
Now Lori's got to be careful because Courtney's bag just hanging in the red zone there.
Right now, yeah, right now Courtney Coy's +3.
From your angle, it's going to be hard to swing around. I mean, I think we just surrender and get 2.
Okay.
You heard the delivery there. She's going to flip it over onto the sticky side, make sure it stays, doesn't go up the board. She's just going to hit the front end. Oh, but she goes in with it. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or a little bit of adrenaline pushed it up the board, but ultimately it's still a 2-point round there for Coy and Guy.
It's the right shot.
I could just saying, hey, that's the right shot. So 11-4. Now keep in mind, interesting dynamics. And again, this game is so much mental, right? It was 11-0 when Matt Guy said, hey, long way to go.
Oh, and he does bring that yellow local bag closer.
This bag.
Cody Henderson doing what his angle is here, but he is maybe trying a little bit of a cut shot to correct it, stay more towards the center. He's hanging up there. This is going to be interesting now.
See if he can grab this one and bring it back in.
He chooses not to go airmail and pushes it a little bit left.
Let's go now. Down the middle, baby. Come on.
So it stays 11-4. Maybe those of you watching for the first time, Cody Henderson, again, the 3rd-ranked player in the world, just gets so frustrated with himself.
Thank you.
You'll constantly hear him just basically trash-talking himself. Such a fiery player. Well, that first throw for Courtney, obviously damaging off the board in front. Lori really seems like she's got a good line in her bag right now. Oh, and the second one off the front of the board for Courtney.
And this is going to be a huge round here. The question is just how many points will Lori Duel get here? That is a picture-perfect V block. Again, you got to hit it dead center if you're going to go through it.
Finish off, Lori. Come on.
Boy,
Oh
Lori
my gosh! I can't believe I'm going to say this, but this could be for the win if she can push this bag in. It's going to be a 10-point round, which would put them on 21.
And it checks up a little bit short. Kind of deflects left, so both of them just stay on the board, but still 17-4. If she had hit those in, that would have been 3 of her first 4 rounds, being 4 baggers.
Yeah, you hear a timeout here.
Keep a straight line, we're fine.
Let's go.
You're just trying to force everything. You're tense.
I know.
Just breathe, relax, go down the middle.
Got it.
Again, words of encouragement. You could hear it there from that guy. He knows. And Courtney knows. Obviously, there's not anything that Courtney is intentionally doing here that she's not wanting to miss short or miss long here, but trying to find a way to get back into it.
Yeah, Courtney, the 5th ranked women's player in the world. Boy, Cody just walking away from that one. He knew it was in.
And additionally, not only that, Courtney Coy, a 2018 women's singles world champion. So she's been the best in the world before.
Again, quarterfinal round action here from Valley Forge. Just underway here in our Pro Invitational. Total prize purse of $25,000. $10,000 goes to the winners. Nice little payday here on the 4th of July.
Here you go.
First 3 in for both players. Henderson trying to finish up with a 4-bagger. He does.
4-bagger by Henderson. Can Guy answer it with the double? He can.
Stays 17-4. Fans always love the 4-baggers. It's just fun to say.
That's everybody's favorite lingo. 4-bagger and airmail.
Yeah.
The two key phrases.
Yeah, that's probably the #1 text message I get from friends and family. It has something to do with 4-baggers.
And that first bag there has got to be a huge confidence boost for Courtney Coy right now.
Beautiful.
Forcing that again.
Still kicks a little bit left, but Duel's got a hard push here. These bags are super tacky, so it's not easy to just push them at will, but she does it anyway.
What a match for Lori Duel. Started out with 8 straight in the hole. And finishes up here with another 4-bagger, her 3rd of the match.
And that bag had to be in, and it was. Still concedes 2 points. Lori Duel on the push here. That kind of gives the momentum through the round. Ultimately earns 2. Now Duel and Henderson just 2 points away from advancing to the semifinals here at the 2021 Pro Invitational.
And Cody, the Zen master, puts in the first one. You know, he does that reset just to always just try and stay focused, is what he's told us. So easy to get caught up in the moment. Just helps to slow himself down. 19-4.
You're all right.
And there's an opportunity, right? I mean, if you're going to start a comeback, it's got to start somewhere, and it's not going to start with a 10-point round, right? I mean, you're just not going to do that at this level. But what it's going to require is just a continuous. Well, I said it's not going to 10 rounds, not going to happen, but right now it's set up for a 6-point round.
My fault, Lori.
That guy with 3 in.
Complete mental
Chance at a 4-bagger and a big round here.
In for 6.
And he gets it. What a round for Matt Guy, and all of a sudden now 19-10.
I'm going to go out on a huge limb here. I think this round decides the game.
Relax.
I think if Courtney Coy can get back momentum, put a little pressure on Lori Duel, they may come back and win this game. But it's all going to come down to Courtney Coy.
Down the middle.
Now, Lori Duel, she can still stay skinny, if you will. Her angle is tight there. She just can't miss too far right.
Beautiful.
And that's a subtle bully bag. It just barely moved that bag out of the way. And now Lori Duel in a position to win this game right here, staying up the middle.
Goes up the middle and hits them both in. Lori already with 3 4-baggers here in this match. First 2 in.
One more bag in will pretty much do it.
That's beautiful.
And now I think Courtney Coy either has to try some type of roll or ricochet to get around here or go airmail.
Can't do it. It's off to the right. And this one just about.
Just got to be on the board.
To get into the semifinals, Lori sneaks around her own bag and goes in. So Lori Dool and Cody Henderson close it out here in the quarterfinal rounds.
A little bit of a let's go from Lori Dool right there. She's fired up.
A 6-point first round. They jumped out to an 11-0 lead and advance with a big win into the semifinals. Lori Dool and Cody Henderson moving on here in Valley Forge.
Wendy's serves fresh, never frozen beef on every hamburger. That's why our Dave Single is so hot and juicy. But what if that Dave Single was buy one, get one for $1? And all these faves were too. Get any of these faves BOGO $1 only at Wendy's.
It's no time to be standing still. Make your move or someone else will. Go on, get in there.
It's not just the ships, the armor, or the aircraft. It's something more.